You brought your daughter into court today.
Yes, I have, Your Honor.
Tell me about it.
I'm suing my daughter for $3,000 for non-completion of her college education. We made an agreement in high school that she would complete her education. As a matter of fact, Your Honor.
I'm sorry, when did we make that agreement?
When you were a senior
Do
in
you
high
have it in writing?
All right, Judy, I'm going to get to you in just a minute.
Sorry,
So you had an agreement with your daughter that she was going to college.
Right.
She did enroll?
Yes.
Okay, all right. You have a wonderful accent. Where are you from?
New York.
Okay.
Brooklyn.
All
Hey,
right.
never fear. Brooklyn's here.
Okay. Okay, Brooklyn's in the house. All right. Judy, how are you?
I'm very well, Your Honor. Thank you.
Your mom says that you had an agreement since high school that you would be headed to college.
Yes, well, I actually headed to college in high school, but
Oh, did you tell me about
and,
yes.
and I paid for that, too.
Okay.
I'm still paying for it.
Okay.
When I was 14 years old, I did dual enrollment through a university, a local university. I continued doing dual enrollment throughout high school. I mean, most of my friends were out hanging out at the mall, you know, rollerblading. I was studying Renoir and Michelangelo and Rembrandt. And I mean, that's a lot of pressure for a 14-year-old. But may I just say, I mean, she bought me diapers when I was a baby. Do I have to pay her back for that too? It's kind of an
come on now.
understanding as a mother that when your child is driven
Judy,
enough to
I
go
sent
to college,
you to Europe for your education.
I had a scholarship.
You made a commitment to me that you were going to get your degree.
Why'd you decide to leave?
Basically what had happened was when I was, you know, going throughout college, I really enjoyed it. I really engulfed myself in the educational aspects, and I went to school for, you know, theater performance, and I didn't really focus as much on that as I would have liked to.
Why'd you leave school?
I left school because I was burnt out. I was over it. I wasn't enjoying myself. I really wasn't putting any effort into it the last semester.
What you been doing since school?
I actually moved to New York.
You're waitressing.
I moved to New York, and
She's waitressing.
I came back, and
Mama says you're a waitress.
She's waitressing.
waitressing and auditioning.
I have
All right.
nothing against waitressing, Judy. I
Because
think
you were a
it's
single mother
wonderful
raising 3 kids as a waitress who also dropped out of their college with a full scholarship
Hey,
to travel
hey.
the world in a rock band.
My point exactly.
All the skeletons coming out now. Oh, that's an understatement, right?
Yeah.
What I'm trying to figure out is, why would you be devastated over this?
Well, Your Honor, I also she received a scholarship to complete 4 years in college.
Okay.
And the cost that I invested, it was a 75% scholarship. So there were rooming, she went to a dorm, and then other incidentals. So in reality, the $3,000, her education that she had available to her was far beyond $3,000.
Patty, what I want to
she
know.
blew the whole thing.
I know, listen to me. You're devastated by this. Why?
I did that. I did that very thing. My dad wanted me to be a lawyer.
My point
And,
exactly.
well, you know, Judy, when you're an adult and you see mistakes, you figure, hey, and I know you're very smart, and I know you could learn. Why would I keep mistakes
not
to
to
myself
do?
when? Yeah, I'm a good example of what not to do.
Is it basically that you don't want her to go through what you went through or experience what you
You're not kidding. Oh my God, do you know what it's like? 3
You know what, though?
children.
I actually do. Do you know?
See, you know.
Oh,
you
absolutely.
know.
When I went back to school, I made a lot of mistakes. I'm the first person to say it, although a lot of people, once they put this robe on, they act like they never made a mistake in the world. But for me, a part that makes me who I am is the fact that I don't mind saying it. I was a mother at 18. And so life didn't go quite the way my mom had planned because my mother was a single mother. And all of her hopes and dreams were sort of riding on me.
There you go. See, she knows.
However, I do know. I guess that's what makes me the judge. I know what you're talking about, but at the same time, I kind of understand Judy.
Thank you.
Because my mother, everything was riding on me as the oldest one, and that's a lot of pressure. So you think some of this might be rebellion on your part?
I went there to be a performer. I went there to act. I didn't do that. what I did.
Why didn't you do that?
Because I got all wrapped up in the education part of it. I mean, I'm in an honors fraternity. I was the charter member of an honors fraternity at my university.
Now, if you're going for theater, though, because see, this is what your mother's wanting for you.
Right.
She, although it's a lot to put on her, you want it better for you. All of our parents.
Right.
All of us.
And
want better
right.
for our children than we had for us.
Exactly.
That's
Nothing
natural.
wrong with that.
But what has to happen is it can't cross the line. And because when it does, they start to rebel. But what I'm concerned about is, what is it that you really want? Because did you ever go on auditions? Ever?
No, she never did. And as a matter of fact, Your Honor, I even found auditions for her. I found them. I looked them up on the computer and I found
Okay,
them.
did
I
Mom-
checked
okay,
them.
did she do that for you?
Telephone numbers.
I will say that I was handed telephone numbers. Did they go anywhere? No.
Why didn't they go anywhere?
'Cause she-
I will take the responsibility and say that I haven't put forth the entire effort that I should be. And I do that to myself, and I will take that blame. But what I did was left college before it became a burden, before I put myself in a bad place. Like you are saying, Mom, that you made mistakes. I didn't want to make mistakes, you know what I mean? I didn't want to stay in college just
Yeah, but
to...
you know, a part of being in theater or any kind of performance is you gotta go audition.
Hi, I'm Tessa, fellow college dropout. So I'm gonna tell it from my perspective, okay? Only one of my siblings has graduated college. Almost my entire family are college dropouts. I also grew up in Los Angeles, so I do know a lot of people who successfully became actors. I know people who have dropped out of college and now are on Broadway. That's a pipeline that for sure can work. And I know this is an older episode, so this was back when going to college was what we were told we have to do to be successful. Now, I don't believe that to be true. I don't believe college is for everyone, especially if you're a theater major. My brother, Ethan, was a theater major in college. He dropped out of college. To be honest with you, he is way more successful than anyone he went to school with because he went out into the world, started working, went on auditions, put the effort in to get his career started instead of wasting time in school. Now, of course, he put in effort. This girl, on the other hand, doesn't seem like she's putting all that much effort in, which is where the main problem lies. Now, as far as her mom suing her is concerned, she said that they had an agreement that she would finish college. Judy's acting like there was never such agreement. But honey, if you're going to college at all, typically you're expected to finish it. I don't think she decided she was going to pay for your college knowing that you're going to drop out eventually, because why would she do that? No parent is expected to pay for their child's college. It is a privilege that some kids have, but that's not always the case. So comparing it to your mother buying you diapers is a little silly and childish. And girl, if you were going out on auditions every day, booking roles, doing what you could to get yourself out there to further your career, this would be a different story, but you're not doing that. So I think your mom is a little justified here.
Let's get to the crux of all of this. You know, we're here, and I have to tell you, everybody's waiting to see if a mama's gonna be able to get her money back for what she's doing for the daughter. Because let me tell you something, I don't know how I'm gonna rule yet, or I'm not willing to tell you right now, because I'm still trying to make a determination as to whether or not we had a contract. But the big thing is, if indeed I end up ruling this way, I got 2 grown sons right now that I need to be collecting from. Because I can tell you right now, they owe me some stuff that they didn't do. Do you know, I thought I was Miss Perfect. Do you know what I mean? But I used that to mask all of the hurt and pain. Because I thought that if I could just do better, the better, I used education. I would do well in school. But it was so that I could be in control of situations that I felt wasn't a controlled situation. So I'm trying to figure out from you, because you're very gifted, we can tell that you're bright, and you certainly get it from your mom. And you're certainly entertaining and very lively, which is a good thing. But what I'm trying to do is get to the heart of the matter. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so what is it that you want?
For me personally in my life, what I would like is success.
And how does that manifest itself? You're gonna be a waitress?
She's very good at her
I'm
job,
not,
Your
Which
Honor.
is not a
I
dishonorable
think she
job.
knows how to serve a chicken sandwich to perfection.
Which I learned from my mother as well.
I used to tell her that practice makes perfect. So keep practicing. Whatever it is you're passionate about, keep going, because practice makes perfect.
Do you really think that you can achieve perfection?
I believe that we can strive for it. And in our daily walk, practice, and focus on whatever it is that you're passionate about. And I know it's not chicken sandwiches and onion soup.
But I know you understand, because I have here that when you quit college and you joined a rock band
Yes, I did.
when you were younger, and that you married a drummer. Didn't last very long, but that's okay. But that you're a remarkable woman because you've got 2 other children that ended up going to school, yet you want something for her. What is it that you want for her life?
I want her to fulfill herself. I want her to feel satisfied. Your Honor, my mouth is so stuck.
Maybe with your mouth being stuck right now, this is a good time to listen to what she got to say.
Can I just say this is the first time it's been closed in a very long time?
She did it to me.
Okay, I love this mother-daughter duo. Now, Miss Patty over here wants the best for her daughter, and I think she genuinely believes that whatever her daughter chooses to do with her life is a great thing, that she should pursue it with all her might and all of her passion, even if that's acting. But she sees her daughter 1 semester away from graduating college, which is insane. Like, you have 1 semester, you can't just finish it, girl. And then her daughter just moves to New York to become an actress, and all she's doing is pushing chicken sandwiches. Yeah, I mean, no parent wants that for their kids. It doesn't seem like this mom is trying to tell her to become an accountant or something boring. She knows that her daughter has passions, and she's trying to be supportive of that, which I think is great. I think she's a great mom. She seems like she's trying her best to give her kids what she didn't have. So it's not like she's trying to stifle their dreams and make them become something that they're not. And honestly, I feel like it's never too late to go back to school. She could easily go back to school next year and finish that last semester and still be pushing chicken sandwiches. So going to school, not going to school, I feel like it doesn't really matter. Having a degree in theater isn't exactly going to book you a Broadway play. It's the work ethic that's missing, and I think that's what her mom is trying to get at. And the only way she was able to kind of get through to her kid is to take her to Judge Penny. And we know Judge Penny. She's gonna get through to her.
Judy, you're just 24 years old. Tell us, what do you really want?
I think a lot of it is everything that she worked very hard to get somewhere that she never got. And I think that she wants me, she sees how hard I'm not working, and she doesn't think that I'm going to get where I want to go because I'm not working that hard, which I appreciate because she is my mother. But the issue is college. I didn't finish college because I was burnt out.
Okay.
I mean, I started at 14.
Oh, you mean from being in high school?
Right.
What do you really want? That's
1
what we
year
want.
left.
Mom,
1
you gotta
year.
listen. Keep your mouth stuck for a minute. What do
I
you
like
really
you
want?
very much. I want to be successful in performing. Whether
Baby, what does that mean?
it means that I need to work hard. I want to work harder at achieving my dreams.
Let me tell you something. It's a lot going on here. Because let me tell you, people are afraid to dream. Do you know? Take this little girl, a poor little girl like me. My mama, single parent. My mother didn't finish school. She had children and worked. Do you know how difficult it is to dream? Because if you're worried about being perfect, then you're constantly worrying about failing. You're 24 years old, and it's not like many people, young people who are not 24, you're too bright to waste your gift.
Right.
And so what you need to do is not have your dreams be your mother's dreams, but they have to be your dreams. Because both of you are very bright people. I am a scholar myself, I like to think of it. And there's this book, have you heard of a man by the name of Khalil Gibran?
Yes.
He's a Lebanese philosopher. And I subscribe to a lot of what he does. But I brought this, and I'm sure this is the first time any judge anywhere has ever read a philosopher for you. But I want to read this to you because I think it's absolutely key to what's happening here. This Gibran would go to various cities in Lebanon. And people would come to ask him like he's wise. Like, you're coming here today to court to say, Judge Penny, what do we do? My daughter has such potential. She's so bright. she needs to go to school. Although you're trying to collect the money, that was just a way to get in here. The real thing is you want a wake-up call for her about how she's living her life, right?
Right.
They asked him, speak to us of children. And he said, your children are not your children. They are the sons and daughters of life's longing for itself. They come through you, but not from you. You may strive to be like them, but seek not to make them like you.
They come through you, but not from you. Do not seek to make them like you. I love that. It seems like, yeah, duh. But also, a lot of parents need to hear that. I was my mother's only daughter, and she had prayed for years for a daughter, had 3 boys, and then finally, I came along. I always felt growing up that there was this pressure to be who my mom wanted me to be. I didn't have the same interests as her. I wasn't dressing the way that she wanted me to dress. And I think that was really tough on her to kind of accept the fact that I'm not her mini-me. And of course now she accepts that completely, but it was definitely a point of contention when I was growing up. So I think it's common, especially in mother-daughter relationships, to want your kid to be what you never had the chance to be. And I get it. You don't want to see your kids fail. You want to see them succeed. But sometimes you kind of just have to let them fail. You have to let them learn from their own mistakes. They're not always going to learn from yours.
What I'm concerned about is you went for theater, you're very bright, you went on not one audition. And what I'm concerned is your self-esteem.
Your Honor.
Boy, Mama like to talk. Okay. Come on, we gonna wrap it up.
I don't want it to sound like, I want her to be perfect and I want her to do the, I think it's been said that if you get up in the morning and you go to bed at night, and everything you do in between you thoroughly enjoy, you're a success. And I believe that. And that's all I want. And I know my daughter. I know her. From the time she was in kindergarten up until today, this girl has been excited and enthusiastic about learning.
Let me tell you something. You're on the opposite end of the spectrum. I have people who come in here and their mothers, who the daughters will say, you don't care if I'm dead or alive. You are so blessed to have a mother like this. But at some point, do you know that you are the person that you are because you dropped out of school and joined that rock band? All of our mistakes are the sum total of who we are. You may have to let her make some of her mistakes. But what this man was trying to say in this book in the 1920s is what I'm trying to tell you right now. It's her life to live. Sweetheart, wake up.
Wake up.
Before it's too late. This life belongs to you, and you've got to grab hold of it so that you can become everything that you've been called to be. When we come on this planet, we're all supposed to be doing something. We take different paths, but when it lines up with what it was supposed to be, with what is your passion, then look what you end up with. You could feel the light emanating from the person. Let me get to my ruling, okay? You all have been a real delight.
Thank you.
In many ways, you remind me a lot of my mother in some ways. But now, with regard to the verdict, let me share that in order to have a contract, whether it's oral or it's written, you have to have an offer and an acceptance, and you have to have something about consideration. I don't find that there was a contract, which is what we have to have in order for you to prevail. I believe that it was a gift of love like no other. And let me tell you, I love this saying that, yes, you gave her $3,000, but after what I've witnessed today, what you give her is absolutely priceless. It's time for you to start focusing. Don't lose your gift. Your mother just doesn't want you to end up with the children and the family because it is a little harder. You are too gifted, my dear, but you need to figure out what it is you want. All right? I find in favor of the defendant. So you will not be receiving any award, and now the case is adjourned.
I appreciate the wake-up call, as we say, and the fact that my mother, wants the best for me. I appreciate that.
I love my daughter very much. It sure would have felt good, though, to get that money from you.
It feels good that you don't.
Oh, I'm just cheesing because they are just so cute. They clearly have a very good relationship, and Judge Penny is right. That mom is in the minority. Judy should be thankful that she has a mom who is supportive of her dreams and her passions and just wants to see her do well. And I think all of us can probably relate to Judy in our 20s, wanting to just forget that we have life responsibilities and also being afraid to pursue the dreams that we have. At 24, I definitely was still trying to figure out what I wanted to do. And I think that's totally fine. I don't think we all need to have it figured out by the time we're graduating high school. It's a little ridiculous. So whether or not Judy decides to go back to school or if she decides to start going on auditions, I think she'll do well because she has a mom behind her who is her biggest cheerleader. And I think that's really important and fantastic. I'm curious to know your thoughts on this case. What do you think about dropping out of college? Do you think that everybody needs to get a college education, or do you think it's not for everybody? I want to know your thoughts in the comments down below. Leave a like and a follow, and I'll see you guys next time.